Hi, everybody. Jeff Marr here, and joining me is Maura Ridder, Professional Development Coordinator at STEM School Highlands Ranch. Maura, how are you?
Hi, Jeff. I'm well, thank you.
I know that you were super busy as we progress forward to close out the remainder of this school year and look ahead to the beginning of next school year. Last time that I talked to you, we were introducing you in this new role that you have as Professional Development Coordinator. And for the purpose of this interview, we really wanted to talk about the teacher care model, which is part of our strategic plan, because I know that that's really one of your primary focuses as we talk about teacher onboarding and what you're looking at for the fall and what you're doing with Michelle Gasser. And so let's just start with teacher care and what you are going to be doing in the weeks ahead as we head towards May.
All right. Well, first thing I want to do this year, it's been a year, as we all know, it's not been an easy year for anybody. And I feel like one of the important things in my job is just trying to bring some fun into our school. And one of the great things that I hear from teachers is, oh, I love getting emails from you because I know it's going to be something fun or something positive. And that makes my day. And that's sort of right down my alley. So I have been having some fun in this role. Immediately, what I've done is try to just build some sort of camaraderie that we've really lost this year with regard to COVID and not being allowed to be together. So I have had some fun things like trivia and bingo, and I was planning a scavenger hunt for our PD. We had a March Madness tournament, and I'm starting a book club, and I'm proud to say that our STEM book club has 27 members thus far. Also, I just created what's called a buzzboard, and I'm going to introduce that to the staff either tomorrow or Monday. And I'm hoping that it will be sort of an electronic bulletin board for us, a place where we can go that we know if you get it in your inbox, you don't have to look at it because it's really all the fun stuff. So if you want to be involved, you can. Things like anniversaries, weddings, babies, birthdays, any kind of celebration, save the date, the holiday party's coming up. Take a quick survey on what do you like for a theme. Someone's starting a hiking club. This one's going skiing. Who wants to come? Do fantasy football. I've never commissioned it, but I'm ready to try in the fall. Ugly sweater contests, cookie exchanges, potlucks, anything like that would go on the buzz board. And the hope is that all teachers would contribute to it and check it and kind of make us feel a little bit more like a community. As far as new teachers, that's one of the first things I took on when I took this job in January. I revamped that program with a brand new teachers checklist manual, basically has all things STEM on it. So there's a list for how we can get them onboarded and trained and who would take care of what are the steps of that, as well as every link, every piece of information they should need. It's good for them to keep. Also, I had Allison Doe and the Spark Mart help us make some swag bags for teachers. And I'm enlisting student government for next year to help us with posters around the school and signs and a welcoming committee to really celebrate when new teachers come on, as well as professional development. We're carving out a couple of days for new teachers for the fall for professional development. And I'm in contact now with Douglas County to bring Emma genetics back and get teachers tested for that. Have you been tested for Emma genetics?
I have not. What's that all about?
It's so great. It's Douglas County offers it, and it kind of tells you what colors you are. It helps you work with people better. We used to work as a sixth grade team. I used to be very conceptual, yellow, when we started, and I would come up with these big ideas, and then Jenny Johnson would say, whoa, 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 how are we going to implement that? I've got to break that down. And she was very green, and I'm a lot more green since I've been here. The red is social, of course. But it's really fun when we can get a day and have all the staff tested. You take a quiz and then it comes up with results, and then we interact with it through the day. And I really help. It really brings the staff together because you can understand where people are coming from. Those people who are data driven, why they're asking the why questions. Those people who are social. That it's just a really great way to bring a staff together. So I'm in contact with Douglas County to bring that back and get all the new teachers tested and anybody else who wants to be retested, because you can do it every few years, see how you changed.
Yeah, I would love to know what color I am on the scale. I know that I'm very sociable and also very creative. that part of the brain is really what dominates, is the creative side. So I'm not really sure where that falls on the scale, but I'd be
That would
interested.
be yellow, probably. Yellow is got your creative side in it. Green is your structural, very organized. Red is your social. And then see that little tiny bit of blue?
Yeah.
I think I had the least amount of blue of anybody at STEM school. That's data. Although I'm getting better.
Well, let's talk about what you are doing. I know you mentioned teacher onboarding, and that's really what I was curious about, is how uh, when new staff gets here for the new school year, what kind of teacher welcoming they're going to get. How does that compare to the year before? What are some of the changes that we're going to see with that?
Well, honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm not exactly sure what we've done in years before because I haven't been a new teacher for this will be my 10th year. So the new teacher training, I think it's been fought, and we've finally got some days for them, some extra days for new teachers, because I think we used to all just start together. So Michelle and I are going to, Michelle Gasser and I will be getting together and really figuring out how many days we can get. We'd love to have 3 days for new teachers and really start them off so they feel really good before the rest of the staff comes in. I don't want them stressed. I want them on everything and Canvas and feeling really good. And then they can sort of just do the emergenetics and all that fun stuff with the rest of the staff. We are also, Michelle and I for PD will be focused next year on 2 initiatives, and that is standards-based learning and problem-based learning, and how do they work together. And we have done a lot. We're reading several books, doing book studies with the administrative team. We took a 6-day workshop on standards-based learning. We have a professional from Marzano, and Marzano is, just the king of all things school, I think. But we have a professional coming in to do to help us out with it. And he's going to be with us all day tomorrow. So we're really excited for that. And we're taking it slowly, bit by bit, baby steps. And we have the whole year to really get our feet wet with it. So, there's no pressure on teachers. We really think it's going to help alleviate teachers' grading and really pinpoint and help us focus more so that what we are doing is really meaningful, engaging activities. Just rather than content, we're focusing more on standards. I think that will help teachers a lot. So just been really busy, really trying to train teachers in problem-based learning and PBL, and then I'm revamping the whole coaching program. So next year, we're only going to have a few coaches. One will focus on PBL, and one will focus on standards-based learning, and one will focus on GT kids and how can we get those higher kids higher, right, without keeping them down with regular classes. So it's not 100% figured out yet, but we've got a really good idea. Some of us will teach, if I go in and help them with their SBL and their pedagogy, the classroom management, foundational things for new teachers, then talk to them about, hey, how's your PBL? What are you doing? And maybe they say, I don't really know what to do. And we send the PBL coach in who will sit down with them and help them write their unit on a good PBL or talk it through with them. So we're hoping that this system will be better than this year's system. We'll have more consistency, and we're hoping that the teachers that do want to be in that peer cohort, the master teachers, some of them thrive from it, some not so much. But I would revamp that and make it so it was just more engaging, more team oriented, get together more, discuss it so that it would be more meaningful for all teachers, the whole coaching system.
Right. And I just wrapped up a one-on-one interview with Michelle Gasser about standards-based learning. And for me, that was really eye-opening to learn about what that whole instructional model is about and how it's going to be implemented here. And I know that other schools are currently using that. And so be sure to look for that interview with Michelle Gasser. I'm just talking to everybody who's watching this on the STEM YouTube channel and social media to come. But first and foremost, we wanted to talk to you about all of this stuff with teacher onboarding, teacher care, and just that really heightened focus on teachers as we move forward in the school year. So before we wrap up, because I know you have to get going with a lot of stuff that's on your agenda, did you have any other messages for students or teachers or parents at STEM?
I do. I just want to say that we are working overtime. There are a group of us teachers that are committed to STEM. We're not leaving STEM. We're not going anywhere. We love it here. And what we're doing is working overtime to rebuild this school where we should be. We've been there before. We're going to get even better. So we're going to plan sorts of fun summer events for teachers to attend. And I'm working all the time to listen to teachers to get maybe some traditions going next year. I think it's important. Maybe a school song. Simi had recommended that maybe we do a school blog, or not a blog, a podcast once a month. Just any kinds of fun school traditions, that stuff that we can build on. Get teachers out more and together more. We really missed out on that this year, and I think that's really was the foundation. There were cracks in it because we've had a rough couple of years. So we're going to rebuild, and we're going to be better than ever because we're the best school there is. We really are.
Well, certainly hats off to you and everyone that you're working with to try to bring back that energy that was lost because of COVID, especially. And like you said, it really was kind of a lost year for that sort of thing. But I can already see the impact of some of the things that you're doing and the events that you have hosted, and even those little emails that you're putting out. I think that it's really, in the long run, it's those little things that really count, that bring that camaraderie and togetherness for the staff, so that even in an era of a pandemic, that we still can get that sense of togetherness and some positive energy and good morale moving forward as we head to summer and welcome in a new school year with some new staff as well. So I think that you're really, you and Michelle are doing everything possible, everything in your power to make that happen. We certainly look forward to what the following weeks will bring. So Maura, thank you for taking the time to talk with us, and we'll be checking in again with you soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff.